Welcome to Formula World. I'm your host Dylan Shelley, and here's what's on this episode. First up on Formula World, Williams. If we're doing it wrong, it's our fault. While Racing Point has been lauded for punching well above its weight in the past by many in F1, their rebranding as Aston Martin's works team will only increase expectations even further. Future CEO of Aston Martin, Stroll, is quite aware of this fact, but is also confident in the company. With the Aston name comes more pressure and expectation. Aston Martin is not just any brand. It has been successful in motorsport and is now being taken to the next level. We are continuing to invest in the team to give everybody the resources required, and we will see the benefits of those efforts this year at Racing Point. Racing Point has also been accused of copying Mercedes' 2019 title-winning car. Williams happened to be the other customer of Mercedes, but they didn't opt to go the same route, and Deputy Team Principal Claire Williams explained why. If we're doing it wrong, it's our fault, and if we do it right, we can get the credit for it. That's very important for who we are. With our business model, we've been successful in the recent past. She also appeared to take a dig at the current approach of Racing Point. It's not that we're not doing well because we don't have a pink Mercedes. I have always been very clear about where Williams stands on being an independent constructor and how proud we are of that. We are in this sport based on what we do. Racing Point's technical director, Andrew Green, said he was surprised that others didn't take a similar approach, but Williams retorted to this by saying, "That's their choice. They have a very different setup to us. We have a full production department within the team, and I have no intention of changing that. They don't have that capacity and bandwidth, so this business model makes sense for them." Creative thoughts on how the 2020 calendar could take shape. When Formula One does return to racing, a lot of things have to be figured out, and the schedule is one of the most important. As has been iterated by many F1 personalities, the goal would be to conduct as many races as possible in whatever time is available. F1 analyst Karun Chandok has chimed in with his opinion on how F1 could approach this. This is an opportunity for Formula One to do things we haven't seen before. For example, driving 2 races in one weekend. You can then drive a race on Saturday and Sunday just as a test to see how it works. F1 commentator Martin Brundle added to that by suggesting some out-of-the-box thinking. All Formula One teams can travel in Europe with trucks, and we could get a combination of races. It is even possible that we will see 2 or 3 races at Silverstone to get it up and running again. It seems to me that the first couple of Grand Prix will be held locally, and then they'll see if longer trips can be made again. Chandok concluded by explaining how this approach could lead to more races, while also being a blueprint for how races are scheduled in the future. You can reduce weekends to 2 days, and then set up 2 or 3 weekends in a row to make the season compact. That's an opportunity to be innovative also for the future. Why not try that now? It's a tricky situation, but you can also take a chance. Fast feed. With the strong possibility that the F1 world will face financial difficulties due to the current situation, further changes to the budget cap are being discussed, with the smaller teams wanting it to be reduced to $100 million from the currently proposed $175 million, with the top 3 teams leaning more towards $150 million. Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff has reaffirmed that there's no truth to the stories about him going to Aston Martin, as he doesn't see any reason to leave Mercedes. The second virtual F1 race scheduled for this Sunday will feature many more F1 drivers as compared to the opening round in the form of Charles Leclerc, Alexander Albon, Lando Norris, George Russell and Nicholas Latifi. Williams' George Russell also revealed he has never been into esports but is definitely tempted now. Red Bull team principal Christian Horner has made it clear that they will certainly pick up the subject again at a later time, referring to Ferrari's secret deal with the FIA. McLaren has released a statement announcing that they will temporarily send several members of staff on leave in order to reduce costs during this time so that they can protect jobs in the short term, as these employees can return full-time when the economy recovers. Racing Point team boss Otmar Zafnauer feels that optimistically F1 could return in June or July, but it could also be August. Drive to Survive executive producer Paul Martin has revealed that a lot of what was shown in the series is down to luck, as they were able to capture some of the most defining moments by being in the right place at the right time. As per some rumours, the weekend of 16th through 18th of October could see the postponed Chinese Grand Prix being conducted. Ferrari's Sebastian Vettel could see his record of being the youngest F1 champion being broken by Red Bull's Max Verstappen, but he thinks that the youngest doesn't matter and that winning a championship has always been the thing he wanted to achieve. And Williams driver George Russell was almost a permanent fixture at the back of the grid during 2019, and jokingly said he contemplated what the penalty would be if he massively jumped the start, as it may have been more beneficial to just do it and take the penalty than starting from the back. What should the budget cap be in F1? Be sure to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.